So, Pete, how are you feeling? You ready to roll 100%?
I wouldn't say 100% yet, but I'm taking day by day. I feel good right now. Got a few reps in 7-on-7 a day, so I'm positive about that. But I'll keep adding more to the plate as days come by. But as far as now, I feel great.
Are you fairly confident you'll be good in a month of the start of the season?
100%. Yeah, I think I'll be good. But I'm not thinking about what's happening in a month. I'm thinking about today. And as far as my concern, I'm healthy right now, and I'll keep going and going, and I'll be good.
Can you give us any details on what happened?
I don't necessarily want to go too much in that. Just my groin has been bugging me, and I'm confident in our trainers, and what they have me doing right now is not pushing it overly, but we're being smart with it, and just taking every day step by step, and I'll be good.
Pete, how important is the mental side of what you do, and both asking questions to Hodges, watching film, all that stuff?
It's I would say for some people it's more important than the physical part. The mental game, mental toughness, it's huge, and especially in the game of football, it means everything. So as far as my situation right now, maybe not necessarily getting as many reps, I got to have that mental piece and watch film and ask questions and everything along that area to be 100% when my number's called.
It looks like you're going to be stepping into a larger role here in 2022. Is that your expectation as well? And how are you preparing for the season differently knowing that this year?
I don't think I'm preparing any different. I still got competitiveness on my mind, and if I'm given that role, great. But I'm just trying to show up every day and compete. And if that's my position and that's what the coaches tell me to do, then I'll be ready.
What's kind of the biggest lesson you learned in your rookie season?
Being a rookie overall, you're coming in here trying to impress, trying to earn your respect. That whole year I was just trying to learn as much as I could, and having a good year, I thought, was credit to the older guys, learning from them, and now it's just time to build and compete a little bit more and care for my body a little bit more, but learn from the guys, the older guys, and now having a year under my belt, just go out and compete and dominate on the field.
When you say learn from the older guys,
yeah,
how valuable is it to have Demario next to you, and what has he maybe taught you in the last year that you've been here?
Yeah, Demario has been a big piece for me. Younger guys are so thankful to have such a high caliber linebacker like that standing next to you. So you just got to pick his brain and do whatever you can to make yourself a better player. This organization I'm so thankful for veteran guys like Cam and being along Malcolm Jenkins and obviously Demario, but he brings that intensity side of things to himself, and I carry along with that with me, and his leadership doesn't go unnoticed. So having guys like that make you a better player, and makes not just our unit but the whole team a lot better.
The team also added another veteran to that room in Eric Wilson this offseason. How has he impacted the linebacker room?
He's impacted us a lot. He's very, very talented. He's been around the league, so I'm trying to pick his brain and ask any questions that I have for him. But he's a great guy. He works extremely hard, and I know he's impressed the coaches a lot. So having a guy like him is great to have on the team.
Sounds like you're asking a lot of questions.
Yes, that's what you have to do. Yeah. If I'm fortunate to play in this league for a long time, I'm still going to be asking those questions, even if it's a guy younger than me, because he might have a different perspective on a certain play than me. So you're constantly trying to be coachable. You're constantly trying to learn, because that's what it takes at this next level. Is every little piece or little tip that you can get to creating an advantage for yourself. That's what you're going to do.
Do you have a process for this? Like, do you write stuff down, or do you just try to keep it all like memorization? Like, how do you?
No, it's definitely not memorization. I'm definitely writing things down, especially in meetings. I'm big with my notes, so I take notes on everything. Whether it's a team meeting where you don't necessarily see guys taking notes, I'm trying to look at those and revisit those, but always trying to write things down to get it to that memorization piece. But like note taking, I'll continue to do that.
Pete, I know y'all play on different sides of the ball, but what are you sort of saying in Chris Olave from your time, knowing him in college too?
Yeah, right. So I was fortunate to play with him in college as well, and I knew he was always super special, very talented, but he's impressed the coaches. He's done very well. I haven't had any true matchups against him, maybe one in OTAs, but he's a very, very good player, really good hands, really hard-working guy. So we're fortunate to have him.
On that note, what is it about Ohio State that just prepares you guys for talent to translate from college to the league?
Yeah, I think Ohio State brings in great talent, first of all, but there's something that relates here with the Saints and Ohio State is that the strong culture. And I'm fortunate to be along great coaches in my life, but I think they've established great leadership and a culture that it's all about competitiveness and being that guy to step up. And Chris was in that position, I was as well, and I think we've easily translated to being a part of the Saints.
Any particular memories of Chris at Ohio State stand out to you?
Yeah, I do remember Chris that stand out at Ohio State. It was his first game actually, and we played a team up north, Michigan, and he played very well. He was a freshman, got his name called up, and excelled for a game that we needed him. And that was where a lot of the guys especially on the defensive side of the ball, saw him play in the game, and we saw that, and he got his respect really fast. So right when we saw that, that was the memory I knew he was going to be special.
What do Ohio State guys think
Of LSU? Well, we don't necessarily play LSU, so I don't think there's any hard feelings there. We respect their team, but as far as LSU, we don't play them as much as the hatred we have for Michigan. So I wouldn't say there's nothing nearly as bad.
Yeah. Thanks, Pete.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.